Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be trying Mael with one set crit chance rolls and one set crit damage rolls. Because in my recent video when I tested HP defense versus attack crit dam, someone in my comments said, try crit chance rolls and crit damage rolls. I thought, why not? They also requested I use attack food, so I'll do that. They also requested me to change Margaret out for Liz, that's what I did. Change Margaret for Liz. We'll just keep all of this here. So first, what I will do is I will do it as a tester. I will use my normal gear on him. We're just going to go into it. We're going to go for attack food as well. Of course, I do have the 4% because I do have. I did do the challenge to enable myself to get the 4% for the attack. This is the CC we're rocking. Liz is HP defense. Cyril's attack crit damage. If you do not know, Cyril gives 20% of his basic stats to the whole team. So running him attack crit down will help Mael best for damage. Of course, we were doing a comparison here. I will also ult rush as well, just so we can get the ult off. Okay, so we'll do this. The reason I'm doing this here is because I want to get as many Sariel stacks as possible. If you don't know, Sariel's relic gives him more some basic stats. And I'm not sure if his basic stats actually buff his stats actually buff the team, or if that, or is it the start of battle? Is it the start of battle? I don't really have to care. Okay, so yeah, okay, it doesn't actually matter. Get Mael's ultimate here. I am just gonna use single targets now because I would, if possible, like to get Liz's passive to proc, but it requires 6 cards. I don't think I can actually do 6 cards. I think Liz is going to do too much. To be honest, I have no other choice, because they're just going to kill anyone. Yeah, Liz is going to kill everyone, which is completely fine. So this should be 4 stacks of Liz passive. I just need to keep track, make sure I remember. This is 4 stacks of Liz passive. I physically can't go for max Liz passive because I'm missing 2 stacks. But what's Mael's looking at? Mael has 40k attack. We'll do this, and then we'll just. I want to watch Mael's. I barely watch it. It's kind of cool. So right now he has 4 stacks of Liz passive. He's got Barn in the back to increase his attack related stats a little bit, and he's got attack. He's got full attack rolls as well as having attack food as well. 2.5 million pretty much. That's missing 2 stacks of Liz as well. So let's just say he can reach 2.5 million with attack gear. Now let's switch it over to the crit chance rolls and the crit damage rolls. Now we have switched Mael to, as you can see here, crit damage, crit chance. Let's look at his substats now. He does lose, he's lost like 6k CC, 5/6k CC. But of course now he does 140 to 280 nearly, which is pretty good. You match that with Barn, you're looking at quite a bit of stats. Of course, you need to run attack food. So it was 2.5 million with attack food with attack rolls, and now let's try it with crit chance and crit chance rolls. Okay, so my main goal is I'm just going to use first thing I'm going to do is probably just rush ultimate, and then choose a bunch of single target cards, make the most possible. So I need to get 4 stacks of Liz passive to make it equal. Any more than 4 and it will of course be over, but it's not really a problem if it goes over, because I do think that this is still going to underperform attack crit down, even though his stats are probably 26k. He's got 130% crit damage, but I do think at some points damage is better. And we'll just do this. So Mael will kill. I still do think that is lower. Liz, once again, wipes, as expected from Liz. Yeah, Mael will just tank it, because he is broken. And then we'll do this, and do this. And there you go, Sariel kills here. And Liz kills once again. Okay, so we're back on 4 stacks of Liz passive. 1 stack of Sariel, which doesn't actually do anything. But he is, of course, here just for his basic stats boost. And, of course, we have the same person in the back. We have same Bard in the back. Let's look at his stats now. 31k attack. So he's missing 9k attack currently. But he does have, you know, a decent chunk more crit damage. But I still don't think that's going to be enough to save. So it's around 2.5 million. So let's just bear that in mind. His ult is so sick. When I first saw it, I thought it was single target. I don't know why. You're literally missing out on like 400k, which is quite a bit. Like 400k missing out is quite a bit. Of course, you know, he is able to crit now and again, so I will go over the benefits, because I do think there are some benefits of having at least crit chance rolls. Crit damage rolls, I think there's literally no point. He has Spike, which is double crit damage anyway, so I don't think that's really worth it. But when it comes to crit chance, I do believe that on maybe geared PvP would be worth it, but I would say you only do like one side crit chance, the other side attack, or you do just a few rolls crit chance and the rest all attack. Because missing out on a lot of attack is a big problem, especially where there's so many characters with such high crit resistance. So if you, this gear is good, but only if you guarantee crit, and you're not going to be using Ludo, old Ludo on this team, because you just won't have enough stats. Barn is very good because he does boost stats, and I would recommend Barn in the back. Unless you want, of course, want to run an Anashi with Relic, because Anashi with Relic is also very good as well. But I think when it comes to overall PvE and PvE content, PvP-wise, yeah, I do see a little bit of benefits, but when it comes to PvE, there is no benefits. You could say, oh, you could use it for Demonic Beast, but then you can't use attack food, so you're missing out on, you know, 14% attack that he just got then, and he's doing 2 million with attack food. What happens when he doesn't have attack food? Was it 1.4? HP defense might even be doing more at that point. So, of course, you know, outside of Demonic Beast, yeah, it might be useful, but for Demonic Beast, like, which is, in my opinion, which will probably end up being his main purpose, as, you know, Freya got a relic directly to help him, in the fact that she is now a goddess, and that his passive helps goddess, she boosts goddess, you know, I just don't think. And he crits a lot on that Demonic Beast because she gives him stupid stats. I don't think that boss actually has the highest of stats, because characters like when you use the cheese team on floor 1, that barn, that blue barn, he can crit. I've seen him crit. I've seen Valenti crit. You know, so it's a cool concept. I do think, you know, it might be useful now and again for, you know, a boss that's got really high crit resistance, and you want a little bit extra crit damage. I just think the crit damage is not worth it. He already has super high. If I show you his crit damage is already super high. I don't think he needs more crit damage. But of course, you know, we might get a booster for stats anyway. But let's just, we'll put on his normal gear. Put on his normal gear. So now he's got his normal set on. You know, 248. 248 is a lot of crit damage. And 119% is good. It's very good. The only problem is that Melee has a little less, but of course Melee gets the 50% attack related stats. Suster is able to crit, he gets 50 more crit chance. Gives him around 165-ish crit chance with the buff, which is very good. The ultimate 1 can reach, I think, roughly around there. Here is like 150, 160 with just his passive maxed. Of course, his passive only lasts a certain amount of turns. Mael, on the other hand, he has no sub-stat boosters, he only has basic stat boosters, and his sub-stats for attack-related stats at least. His pace rate, very good. His crit damage, very good. His crit chance, is not the best. I do think it could be much better. Of course, he does boost it by 21% immediately at the start of the turn, so you're looking at more as in like 140%. Plus, you know, if you have Barn on the back and stuff like that. But I do think that just running full attack rolls is probably the better way to go, especially if you want to play even in geared. I did say that, you know, running half crit chance, half crit damage, half crit chance, half attack would be good, but I'm missing out on like. Okay, so I'm currently at 61k, alright. We'll put this on. Of course, do bear in mind, you know, you could make SSR gear or UR gear, 3k CC. 3k CC is a lot to miss, especially in geared where you could be running CC food, and that's another 12%, so it's quite a bit, but overall it's not a bad concept. I do think that he will get boosters in the future, so you don't actually have to run this gear, because goddesses have, and I will show you how little boosters they actually have. So if we go to goddesses, they only have one substat booster that works for your entire team, and that's Green Sariel. And that's because for every buff on your team, she gives you 4% extra crit damage. Literally it. Only substat booster, not including Elate, who only works in Knighthood boss. I believe she is basic stat. Yep, basic stat. This Liz is healing, and this Liz is damage reduction. Yep, damage reduction. So, yeah, it's just waiting. I don't think making this gear would be worth it. Maybe if for some reason you want to play geared and you don't care that your CC is a little lower, then yeah, make the crit chance ones, but don't make the crit damage ones. He doesn't need any more crit damage. By himself, he has a lot of crit damage. I have no weapons for Mael. I have no paid weapons for Mael, and I can get an extra 4% crit chance, 1 crit damage, an extra 4, 7% extra crit damage, which is like, you know, a lot. I think he actually overtakes Freya. My Freya is free to play, so I don't actually have. I've only got the doggo one for him. And he's like 4% less than Freya. And this guy is fully crit down based. And then you come here and you've got a crit chance based character with nearly the same crit damage. His crit damage is very good, of course he does have a spike card, so that ends up being like 500% crit damage when he does the spike card. But not too bad. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.